They say life's well, you know, and then you die. But we don't accept that. It is time for you to take charge of your finances, time, business success, family, interpersonal relationships, spirituality, and your health. In short, it's time for you to take your life back now. L. David Harris and his team will help you do just that through one-on-one life coaching sessions, in-person seminars, webinars, and other trainings. Come on, tell the truth. You're ready, aren't you? Take your life back now with L. David Harris. You won't regret it.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is L. David Harris. I am your favorite life and success coach, and this is Amplify This Moment. And I always ask you, what moment are we talking about? We're talking about this moment because this is the one that God has entrusted to us. We don't have tomorrow. We don't have the next day or the next day. It is not promised to us. We only have this moment to maximize, capitalize on, and in many ways strategize for if we do get to the next moment and those beyond. But this is the moment that matters most. This moment. And it's a blessing for me to be with you. Today we are sharing, I guess my head is kind of in the way, as you can see right there. It's a setup for a comeback. It's a setup for a comeback. We're talking about problem solvers right now, people who solve problems. Like these are people who eat problems. Like you have a strong desire and the ability, capability, not just a desire, to achieve results. This is you. It's in your DNA. You don't need someone else to show you the path to solving these problems. You eat them up for dinner. Now, I'm exaggerating just a little bit, but you get my point. There are some of you who have a natural knack for problem solving. However, as for those who have been joining us for a long time, you know now that I'm pushing these strengths to the extreme now, way to the extreme. Your strength can become a limitation if you are not careful. Strong desire to achieve results, yes, but you are sensitive, hypersensitive, let me just say, hypersensitive to failure. Hypersensitive to failure. I need to say this to you now slowly. You're a problem solver. You achieve. You succeed. But hypersensitive to failure. Maybe you're thinking about something that didn't go so right very recently. It could have been in this week. You were to be on some kind of a call where you are accountable to men and women, or men or women, depending on the group that you're attached to, a professional organization, somewhere that you come together to talk about your wins, your losses, your lessons, and other things. What went wrong, right? Yeah. Let me just encourage you with a few words here. A setback, and you may have heard preachers say this, motivational people say this. A setback, is a setup for a comeback. A setback, it's temporary, is a setup for a comeback. I need you to encourage yourself with this, please, because you're your greatest enemy, not other people. You are your greatest enemy. I'm talking about the overachievers now, the people who are like, the people with the never say die mentality. Those folks, if that's you, sometimes when things don't go as planned, can push you to depression. And I don't need you to be depressed. Sometimes, because we are human beings, and I need us to all be honest with ourselves, we are human beings. We are not machines. We are not the composite of all of our best efforts since we were born. No, there are times that our bodies give up. There are times that even our minds are on something else, not because we're slack somehow, not because somehow we are per se losing focus. We can talk about losing focus another time. I'm talking about people who, just because of the frailty of our human frame, we are human beings. we hurt ourselves physically, we have an injury, something happens on the road where maybe, God forbid, there is a car accident, or maybe our child is going through some trauma or drama, and we want to be helpful to that child. I am saying that when these other problems end up on our plates and the thing that's right in front of us, that achievement, purpose, and goal is just temporarily set back, I said temporarily set back, just know that the time that we will have invested in overcoming those other problems is not lost. Can you just share this word with someone else? That time is not lost. It is a temporary setback. I remember Steve Harvey one day saying on his show, I think it's the Steve Harvey Show, he said something like, God has gotten you through every trial. And I'm sitting there, I'm calculating because I'm very clear, I'm very specific, right? I'm analytical, hardcore, right? I relate to protocols like I eat protocols up. Let's go through the paces and see if this thing pans out. Where does this analogy break down? And he just paused for a moment in silence. And then he said, "You're here, ain't you?" And listen, I processed that thing. And he said, God got you through 100% of your setbacks, 100% of your trials, right? If he had not, you wouldn't be here. This is what he's saying. And I agree. That analogy didn't break down. The fact that you are still here, brothers and sisters, means that whatever the setback had been or is at this moment is only temporary. He's gotten you through everything, otherwise you would not be here. So please don't put the unnecessary pressure on yourself. Remember these words: a setback is a setup for a comeback. Come back, finish strong, and then we can see you at the top of success. My name is L. David Harris. That's all I have. And if you need me, call me. Peace.